And good morning. Welcome to the stream, guys. So, we have a lot of exciting news today. Markets still look very bullish. We have a price upgrade here on Microsoft from 310 to 325. So, Microsoft seeing some nice uptick. And aside from that, we have some news on Microsoft. Google and Microsoft's venture capital arms are pouring $120 million into Data Cruncher and Corda. So we see more money being flooded into these companies, and we had a price target increase here. So Microsoft getting some of the nice action for the day. Also, Fuel Cell, ticker symbol FCEL, today announced former IBM employees Betsy Schaefer joined the company as the new chief marketing officer. So Fuel Cell, ticker symbol FCEL, um, hired a new IBM employee as their chief marketing officer. So positive news there for Fuel Cell. Positive news here for Microsoft getting a 325 price target. And let's see what else is here on the news. Let's look at some short interest data. Let's see here. Let's look at some options here. Largest open interest increases among single stock options for this week's expiration. Well, not necessarily this week's expiration, but for today, is Apple, Tesla, Clover Health, Wish, and AMC. So those are some of the bigger ones today, with the largest open interest this morning. We're here 6 minutes out into the open. Some of the trending stocks here we have ENTX before the open up 51%. It's currently trading at 680. Good morning. Good morning, bro. Yeah. Good morning, Nash. And right now, ENTX seeing a lot of momentum. It's up $2.38, up 53%, and that's one to be looking out for today. Another one that is trending now, just up, 0.05 cents. CMMB, Chemobab Therapeutics. I can't pronounce this. So health technology and biotech. So CMME is trending, but not up by much. PSTH, another one that is trending today. PSTH. This is Bill Ackman's back. Persian Square Tontine here. It's up aftermarket, 21 cents, almost 1% here. And we're seeing some action here on PSTH. Vivo Power is another one that's trending right now. It's up 10% right now, 0.73 cents from yesterday's close. So Vivo Power seeing some action today. Microsoft obviously getting that upgrade. It's pretty much flat now. It's at 265, all-time highs. Just hit a $2 trillion market cap. This is huge for Microsoft. So Microsoft looking pretty good here. We also have here trending here, XPeng, ticker symbol XPEV, is up 5%, up $2 in pre-market. So we're seeing a nice bounce here. We need to wait and see if this follows through or if it's a dead cat bounce for PEV here. But nice uptick here in the pre-market. Another one that just gave up some gains here, Torchlight Energy Resources. So Torchlight was one that we're seeing yesterday. I had an $8 price target here. If it broke that, potential to gap fill to 650, and that's exactly where we're at now. Super bearish at the moment. $6. The only one thing that we can hope for here for Torchlight is if we see a pullback here, somewhere around 550, $5, and potentially create some momentum, and it could skyrocket maybe the next few days. Give us a nice dead cat bounce, give us a nice entry there for a quick trade. But super bearish here, momentum is dying. Another one that is trending here is Continental Resources, ticker symbol CDEV, currently up 11 cents, 1.59% in the pre-market. So we're going to keep a close eye on all of these and be monitoring it throughout the day. Alf here exploded at the close, super strong. It was a great trade. Some of you guys made some money on it. And pre-market rallied, aftermarket yesterday rallied some more, but now it's down to around 14, which is still pretty decent. 14 is still bullish. This is exactly the mark that I had drawn yesterday for a bullish area. We see it come down to around $13, but we want to see more volume coming in, and it could be a consolidating day here for ALF. What we don't want to see is it coming back down, crashing below $9. That would be horrible for ALF, but still looking positive here. And we're going to have to wait and see if we see more momentum and volume coming in here for ticker symbol ALF. NVIDIA here looking very nice in the pre-market. It's up 595, 0.79%, and NVIDIA looking very good, very strong for the open. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here to see how the main markets are doing. NASDAQ here, this is S&P 500, still slightly bullish here, just higher from yesterday's close, looking pretty good. NASDAQ pretty much flat here, just gapped up from yesterday's rally and flat at the moment. So we're going to have to wait and see. Here we have the VIX here, slightly popping up here, but still lower than yesterday's low, yesterday's close. It's down 31 cents, currently at 16.36. So it's going to be a very interesting day, and we're going to have to give this market some time to develop and see what it wants to give for the day. Hey, how's it going? Good morning, Shib Daddy. We saw a nice little bounce today also on crypto. Crypto hit pretty much pretty aggressive low yesterday in recent times, and we saw it nice. When did you do that? Did you just do that now? When did you double down on NVIDIA? Was that yesterday? So NVIDIA here getting some of the best of the action here. 761. NVIDIA up $5. Adobe. That was one I was going to buy, and I was going to buy somewhere around 590. You're on the right track. Oh, this morning the process. Okay. Just give it some time to pull back potentially, or I don't know if these stocks are just going to rally. Right now, you're going to get pretty expensive options pricing, so you kind of have to wait for it to settle. Up to you. Or maybe these things don't pull back or take a breather. It could run away. So we're getting some nice uptick here. Big green open here for me today. We have to just wait and see if this sustains. This is looking very great. So here, ALF right now, 1368, pulling back at the moment. Let's take a look here. CMMB, slightly up, currently trending. We have PSTH here, 2390. Let's see if we get some volume coming in here for PSTH. Looks pretty solid. VVPR here at $8. ENTX just hovering out here at $7. Huge move here, huge gap up, and now pulling back. Microsoft here at all-time highs, pulling back here with a slight breather. XPEV here, 42.56, and still looking bullish here. Getting some decent volume. Torchlight here, giving up all those gains. This is bearish as it gets. The momentum has died out, and there's a huge sell-off, now down to 557. Alf here fighting at 1361. Wish here 1399. Wish looking fantastic right now at the moment. Good morning, Arklow. Good morning. Right on, right on. Let's see what the day gives us today. So some of the action here on the option side, we have space with some pretty nice options. This is all bullish options activity. So some tickers for you guys to consider at the moment. We have space super bullish here. POW once again showing up on the boards. This is ammo up at 864, trying to go to all-time highs here towards $10. So this could continue to rally for the next few days or weeks. So POW continues to come up here on the radar. Let's take a look at Snowflake here. Snowflake also having some nice bullish calls activity, and you still have potential to get in. 248, plenty of room for it to run up, and it's consolidating. So this is a great time to be looking at Snow. Also, Teladoc, another name here with some bullish options activity. Still have plenty of time to get in as well, consolidating at the moment. So Teladoc looking like a good ticker symbol here. Also NNDM, Nano Dimensions, another one hitting the board here. This one was trending yesterday, also trending yesterday towards the end of the day, and currently right now seeing some nice bullish activity here on the call side. We also have Roblox here. Let's take a look at Roblox. Roblox here getting some nice bullish call activity as well at these levels. So potentially Roblox rallies back up. Filled Adobe, right on, Ash. Let's take a look at Adobe right now. Adobe 577, very nice. This is one that I was looking at on the positive news last week after the earnings here, and I did miss that trade. I was gonna go for the 590s for July. You went for the 595s, just as good. Exactly my train of thought, and I think that's a pretty decent play here. Nano Dimensions here continues to get some of the options activity. Let's take a look here. NNDM, right off the open here. NNDM making moves here. AMC ramping up here, going towards $60. AMC getting some nice action. Let's take a look at AMC here. AMC here testing, trying to go back up to all-time highs. Let's see what it gives us. Let's take a look in the 5-minute chart and see what's going on. Huge candle here on the 5-minute chart, ramping up, going to towards the $65 level with this kind of momentum. Looking good. There's a lot of action on NNDM. If you go far out of the money like that, I would give it some time. I sometimes do speculative plays with out of the money calls, but it's kind of dangerous going out of the money. Most of them will expire worthless. Right now, I have a few speculative plays that are out of the money that are worthless, and I'm kicking myself in the behind for taking those. So it could be a play. I'm not sure how much time you want to buy there, Ash, for out of the money calls on NNDM. I know it's not as exciting, but I like to buy like near the money, in the money, just to get get some of the action. But up to you if you want to be risky. I do like it. I was looking at NMDM right now. Yeah, trying to capitalize on some other place too. Yeah, it's just tough. Every time I go out of the money, I'll regret it. 1 out of 10 will work out. It's really difficult. But there is a lot of momentum right now. I'll say that much. So I don't know if this continues and follows through for the next couple of days, but we'll see. You got those Wish and Jivo calls yesterday. Nice. Let's see how those are doing right now. Wish here, nice uptick, hovering around $14. Let's take a look at Jivo. Jivo up here, just slightly, $8, hanging over $8, which is a good sign here. It looks like you got in at a good time here for these two ticker symbols. AMC here continues to rally. AMC, Wish getting some action as well. We're seeing some nice momentum here. Looking great. So far, so good. Arklow, right on, right on. I'm right here making some trades, guys. Just a moment. Wish you're getting a nice uptick. Just give me a few seconds here, guys. We're seeing AMC ripping here past the $60 level. Super bullish. A lot of activity right now. Things are looking great. Looking at some options plays here, guys. Just a moment. I'm trying to get into some of this action. AMC ripping up here. Nice, huge volume here, AMC. Today could be a big day for AMC. A lot of action, doing a lot of trades right now, guys. So far, so good, guys. Right on, right on. Let's take a look here at Wish here. Now, Wish pulling back 1392. AMC here, holding strong around 40, the $60 level. NVIDIA pulling back here, 760. Netflix. So now we're seeing all these, we're seeing everything pull back here slightly. We had a big, strong opening, and now things are pulling back. CMMB, nothing exciting there. PSTH, having a little small gap up, but not really following through. VVPR pulling back. ENTX held here. ENTX held here. Looking pretty strong. ENTX, one to look at. This is holding pretty bullish here. ENTX. XPeng also getting some good action. Torch down to 527. CDEV still following through here. Continental Resources, another one that was trending here for good reasons. Breaking here all-time highs in recent time, maybe 52-week all-time highs here. Breaking out here. This was another one that was trending. CDEV. We have ALF now here down to 13. So still not completely bearish here on ALF, but holding pretty good here, just with a little pullback. ENTX, let's look at the 5-minute chart here. ENTX, volume coming in here, looking pretty good. AMC here being held up by 60. NEO popping here. Let's take a look at NEO. NEO, nice pop here, 45. Looks like the Chinese car makers are getting some love right now, and they're popping up right now. Let's take a look at some CCIV just to see some more EV plays here. No, it's the Chinese car makers that are making moves right now. AMC here trying to fend for its price target here, currently at $60. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So we have a pretty bullish here open. Now things are a little cooling off slightly. I was looking into getting to some action. I sold some of my positions, but I'm gonna give it some time. And if today runs away, it runs away. ENTX continues to trend here, holding pretty nicely. Let's take a look here. ENTX, pretty bullish here. I'm going to see if there's any news here with ENTX, see what's going on. Oh, so it sees a positive results from a trial of osteoporosis treatment. So this is why it's up right now. So positive news here for Entera Bio. Sees positive results from trial of osteoporosis treatment. Saw positive its final 6-month bone mineral density results from the completed phase 2 clinical trial of EB613 for osteoporosis. So making waves here, osteoporosis, clinical trials after 6 months. ENTX is pretty hot right now. A lot of momentum. And let's take a look here at level 2 for ENTX. So here we have level 2 ENTX. Nice big volume here. Let's take a look here. Zoom out. We have pretty even buy and sell side for ENTX. Tough to read here, but we do see a lot of momentum, positive news. So that can outbeat here on the sell side, and we can see ENTX rally potentially back up to somewhere around the $10 mark. You got filled here in NVIDIA. Nice. Uh, so the way to look at it, options, if you're buying options, there's a thing called a time decay. So if the options doesn't move in the direction that you're looking for it to move, stay stagnant or goes down, obviously, you'll automatically lose money over time if it even stays stagnant. So the best way to look at it, just a rule of thumb, something simple, because uh, there's a lot of factors that makes the price of a stock, which is known as the Greeks, uh, that include volatility, time decay, uh, gamma, which is the increase for each dollar move. So it gets a little complicated, but the most simplistic, best way to understand options is whatever price you pay at whatever strike that you buy. Let's just say you buy something at a 10 strike and you paid, let's just say 43 cents. This is just an example. So you bought a 10 strike on a stock on a particular date and it cost you 43 cents to get that 10 strike option. So the best way to do the math is it's costing you 10 cents. It's costing you 43 cents. You added that to the strike that you bought. That's 10.43. That means at expiration, if the option doesn't close at least at 10.43, that's your break even point. You won't make money at expiration. So just kind of do the math. It's a 13.50 call. So I thought it would go up $14 at the money. How much did you pay for that 1350 call? Just to give you an example. And which ticker symbol was it? Is this Wish? How much did you pay for that 1350 call? Yeah, 30 to 45 days. Absolutely. I buy. Okay, you're gonna check. Yeah, I don't like buying weeklies unless it's something like AMC or something because that thing moves. I'll buy two. I think I buy 2 weeks. That's the least amount, most aggressive options that I'll buy. I won't buy weeklies actually. I buy 2 weeks, but those most of the time don't even work out. So I'm always buying months out just to be safe, close to at the money. Not as exciting, but they tend to work out a lot more. So just looking for gains, smaller gains over time. I have to be patient. So we're seeing Tesla getting some action here. Let's take a look at Tesla. We're seeing some hot buying here, some hot options buying for Tesla. So Tesla, potential move here. Yeah, the last week is the worst. I mean, you're rolling dice. It's you're at the casino when you're buying the weeklies. So Tesla looks like it wants to break out here. Let's take a closer look at the options. This is pretty expensive here. Maybe wait for a pullback. Tesla looks pretty good. Getting some good options activity. Let's go take a look at AMC. So Tesla looking pretty good here with some options activity. AMC couldn't break the $60 mark here, and it's pulling back, taking a breather. So potentially come back down to around $57 and maybe ramp up and try again towards the middle of the day. Yeah, Roku is another one. Let's take a look at the Roku. Roku taking off, another one that's been out there on the options activity. I drew this $400 mark 3 days ago. Unbelievable. It just shattered my $400 mark. It's running up to all-time highs. This is ridiculous. And I started covering the options activity on this day here about 3 days ago, which was Friday. I probably even started talking about it on Thursday. Wow, I certainly did miss that move. Roku now off to the races, and it looks like there's no stopping it, and it's going to all-time highs here to somewhere around 480, 490. Unbelievable, Roku. Netflix also making moves here, pulling back. Netflix was making some moves, and it's been having some pretty positive catalysts here. And this account, I started with 30 and then I added 10 and I added 9. So overall on my account, I have 49 on it right now. So doing okay. Yeah, this past 2 weeks have been very well for me. But it's very volatile. It's really tough. 10% swings here. 10% swings on the daily. It's pretty tough to stomach, but yeah, just need to have some conviction and just stay strong with your positions. And markets are giving. Markets weren't giving for the past like 3 months for tech and high growth stocks. All the money had fled into crypto, and right now we're seeing the money coming back to stocks. So there's like a money rotation happening, and we were left for for dead for several months. It was pretty ugly, and just a matter. That's why you have to be invested. A matter of like a week or two, the games come back strong because I was invested and I held into some of these positions. It depends on. I'll see a technical analysis. I'll also see the news and the momentum. So some I'll look for technical analysis. Uh, typically I want to, if I get in a position, I want it to hit all-time high. So I'll definitely buy. I buy the stocks when they're on a low. Like for instance, let's just say Netflix here. Netflix is at 513. Let's just say I want to buy Netflix options today. I'll buy some time on Netflix, maybe 6 months out or a year, depending if there's a catalyst less. And my exit strategy will be here hitting 550. 550 here is a line of support and resistance for Netflix. If I'm super bullish, I want it to make all-time highs, but then I would have to buy more time. So right now, Netflix is at a good range at 512. If I were to take a play here, I'll buy several months out and I'll give myself like a 550 price target to get out here. And I'll just let it develop over time. Also, some stocks I'll do the play for the stocks for my exit strategies is catalyst news. So there's particular catalyst news on a stock of a certain date, just like Nvidia. This is why I continue to talk about Nvidia. Nvidia has a stock split date of July 20th, so I will continue to trade Nvidia, bullish on it, swing trade it, and just scalp it and swing trade it over time. So right now, my favorite stock is definitely Nvidia. I'm gonna continue to trade this one until July 20th. After that, momentum will probably die, and it'll be a little bit more difficult. I don't know if we hit these crazy, analyst price targets of 845 or 900. But I'm just gonna continue to roll options. So every week I'll buy new options, give it a few weeks out. So on like Nvidia, I will buy 2 weeks out. I won't buy months because it's very expensive, and also I have a date here that I want to trade up to. So I'll continue to buy 2 weeks out. When I cash some of the options out, then I'll buy new ones again for 2 weeks out, and I continue to cycle and swing trade that way from time to time. And like days like on Monday, I'll try to scalp something out. I didn't buy that dip. I'll buy dips in between. So it's not as easy as it sounds, but you need to have some patience. Let's take a look at CAT. So CAT here at 215. We see big volume here coming in. Caterpillar, pretty good, pretty good. Had a massive sell-off. I'm not exactly sure why I had this massive sell-off. It wasn't anything to do with earnings. It might had a negative catalyst, and we saw big volume coming in here saving it. So it definitely made a bottom. It looks like you're around 205. So currently trading at 215. This looks pretty good. Yeah, for DraftKings, yeah, I did see that. This one's for Caterpillar. So let's take a look at DraftKings. Kathy Wood bought into this one, DraftKings, and it looks like it's paying off for her. She's fighting those Hindenburg negative reports. And so far, Kathy looks like she bought the right dip. You want to put for FUTU. Okay, I'm not familiar with that stock. Let's see here. You want to buy a put. I predict it go back down to 150. So there's different ways to play it. Let me see here. Let's see if I can pull some options here. Give me 1 second. Let me see here. FUTU. So I don't know what platform you're using. So I'm gonna do it on Robinhood on FUTU. If you wanted to do a put on FUTU, your broker might be different. So you have different expirations here. So you have to give it time. So you think it goes to 150? How much time do you want to give it? Um, how much time do you want to give it, Con? If you want to buy a put here on FUTU, you think it happens in 1 week, in 2 weeks? Okay, you're on Robinhood too. Okay, so how much time do you give it before it goes to 150? 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, let's give it a month. So right now we have June expiration, July. Let's do July. Let's just say July 30th. Uh, let's go a little bit less here. July 23rd. So you think it goes to 150. We go to the put side here and you go to buy. So go to buy, go to puts. We want it to go to 150. So we scroll down here to the 150 here. These cost 565 and it gives you your break even here. This is your break even. Let's see here. 150 plus 565. Your break even is 144.35. So you want your break even to be 150 because you want it to go to 150. So this is not going to work out. So you deduct the 565 from the 150 and that's how you get that price. So we have to scroll here. You have to buy the 157.50s here. Your break even is 150. So it's 157.50 plus the 750 that you're paying for that option. That means by July 23rd, it will hit 150. So if it hits 150, you break even by that expiration. Now, if it goes past it, you'll make money. So that's something that I would consider. If not, you can go something a little bit more aggressive, buy more in the money. Let's see here. You can do something like buy in the money here. Your break even is 154.70, but it's going to cost you 15.30. So that's pretty expensive. Implied volatility, you want to look at this number when you buy. Anything over 100 super expensive. Between 50 to 100 is decent. Below 50 is good. So this one is semi decent. So this volatility gets added into the price of the option, and that makes it more expensive or less expensive. So right now it's adding a little bit of premium here if you want to buy these puts at 78. It's not a great deal and it's not a horrible deal. So this is a better play here because if you buy these, 154.70 will be your break even at expiration, and if it does hit 150, you would be making a lot more money, but you're paying a lot more money up front. So that's kind of the way to look at it. Yeah, you have to whatever strike you buy, either calls or puts, you have to always add whatever price you're buying, so that you have to look at the implied volatility, make sure you're not paying a lot, and you have to look at the price and add that to the strike so that you get your break even. So that gives you a nice rough estimate of what to look at. Yeah, you want to look at the break even because that's the simplest measure that you can mentally have. You look at both. So you need to look at the strike because that's where you believe it's going to go, and then you need to look at the implied volatility of that option. Make sure you're not overpaying. So that's why sometimes, even though stock is rallying and it looks super good, I'll look at the implied volatility, and if it's too high, I won't buy it because there's no deal there. You're overpaying for that option. Yeah, you need to look at, yeah, it's a combination of things. Then you need to look at the technical analysis. You need to look at news, the support case. Yeah, exactly. You have to look at it all. So, yeah. So you have to bake in whatever you paid into the strike price to get your break even. And that's a good rule of thumb why, sometimes you see the stock moving and you're not making money, because it's how much you paid for the option, and how much time and all that is baked in, and the time decay. You can also sell options. There's different strategies, but I'm primarily an options buyer. I don't really sell. It gets a little bit more complicated once you start going to selling. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Greeks here, and there's a lot of theta, gamma, vega. So vega is, I believe, the velocity in which it changes. Theta is the amount of the option will lose per day. I'm not even sure what rho is. Gamma, I believe, is the amount it'll change per dollar. And delta, I'm not exact. Oh, delta is dollar per change, I believe here. So it's not gamma. It's a delta is the dollar per change. So for every dollar, you'll get either for the puts here, for every dollar, it's 45 cents on the options. So I don't look at this. I don't look at the Greeks. The only thing I look at, because I'm using options completely different, I'm a buyer, I look at the implied volatility. So that is the most important. Yeah, you also have theta. But the reason why I don't worry too much about theta, because I buy in the money and I buy time. In most cases, not always. So I'm not very concerned with theta. I'm almost using options as I almost use options almost as of shares, like buying shares. So that's kind of more or less why the only thing that worries me is the implied volatility. I don't want to overpay for options, because that gets baked in the price, and in a big move you won't get a lot of returns. Wish here 1422. Calendar spreads. Yeah, you can get complicated with it. That's something that I used to do. I used to do iron condors, calendars, poor man's cover call. That's another thing you can do. It's almost like a calendar spread. A diagonals. That's a poor man's covered call. A diagonal. So you buy a further dated out option and you sell the upfront weeks or upfront months, so you can lower your cost average. That's another strategy people do. You can buy like an option 6 months out, and then sell a contract against it 1 month out to collect some premium. Yeah, Microsoft right now is probably not a good buy. I mean, it's a very strong stock. It's at all-time highs, and it's pretty difficult. I don't like buying at these levels. I personally wouldn't take a stab at it, even though if it runs up. But it is a play. It's pretty difficult. You're gonna get a pullback eventually, but who's to say it's in the next week or two it could rally straight up. I mean, look at Roku. Where's the buying entry here at Roku? So I don't know why CMMB was trending here, not doing much. I'm gonna remove it here from the watch list. PSTH here holding pretty good. VVPR here giving up those gains. ENTX holding at $7. XPeng pulling back. Torchlight 531. So if Torchlight stays around this level, we could potentially see a dead cap bounce here, see a potential $2 to $3 move to the upside, just intraday at any given point. So that's a play here. CDEV continues to rally here, very strong, 742, and Alf here giving up some gains at 1222. This is still bullish here if it hangs out here. We don't want to see it break 950. So if it breaks 950, it can do whatever it wants to do at these levels. If it breaks 950, then we can, it's a bearish territory. Pretty much forget about it. You made 320 on one contract. Right on. Yeah, I mean, options buying is pretty ludicrous. You can make some crazy money if you make the right move. You bought a 45 expiration, sold 3 days after purchase. Beautiful. Yeah, you got to get out. Yeah, you buy the time. A lot of the times, I think the move happens in a week. I'll still buy like 2 months out. I'm not gonna make a lot of money, but it's money. You're making money. It's a trade. Let's take a look here at Home Depot. You see, this is nice. This is a nice area. Options is partly reasonable. You know, we're 1 hour into the open. So I had a nice rally here. It's sustaining above my 10-day moving average here. 311. This is a pretty good time to buy Home Depot to take a play here. So you're seeing why you're not making money on the call. It's a 1550 break even, and then also 200% implied volatility. There you go. So, but the volatility, it's when you want the volatility to go up after you buy it. I'm not sure when you bought it. So if you bought it at 200, that means you paid a lot for it. You see, your break even is at 1550, and I'm not exactly sure when your expiration is. So now you start getting an idea why you're not making money on the options. So once you consider these factors, then even though something looks good, you start holding back because you realize, oh, that's pretty aggressive, and you know that if it doesn't get to that point, you're not gonna make any money. So that's why I buy time and I buy it closer in the money. It's not as sexy, but hey, oh, it's this Friday. There you go. So now you'll know. Hey, lesson learned, not a big deal. Now you want to do a play on Wish going into next week or the following week. Now you know what to look at. Wait for it to pull back. Wait for the implied volatility to come down and start looking at the options chains differently. You see, but now you're not lost. Now you know that that's what it takes for you to break even at least. You need to hit 1550. Selling, morning, CCIV making moves. You got it, Con. Let's see, CCIV. Okay, CCIV waking up here. We took a look at it earlier, and it was pulling back. We're seeing nice big volume here, CCIV. Let's take a look here. Nice volume coming in here, CCIV. We see some resistance here at 24.45. So we'll see if it breaks. But volume coming in here, looking good. Adobe pulling back here, 576. Let's take a look here. If this thing continues, that's probably the best pullback you're going to get. If this thing continues to run away. NVIDIA here, just flat at 762, bullish at the open, pulling back now, and just holding steady here at 762. So Wish here, let's take a look at further deep dive look into Wish. Wish, nice healthy volume today. We see buy and sell side pretty even here. The next resistance we have here is at 1450, so we have to give it some time here for Wish. Let's take a look at PaySafe. PaySafe waking up from the dead here. PaySafe here getting a nice little bump here. 23-cent move, up 2%, 1133. Very nice. Today, markets are pretty bullish. They're opening up there, and we're seeing a lot of activity. I'm seeing a lot of my positions making some decent moves here. VIX here getting hammered, 16, 17. That's what we want to look at. Let's take a look at the futures. S&P 500 might go up to all-time highs here. S&P 500 fighting. NASDAQ, all-time highs again. NASDAQ, super bullish at these levels. Dow Jones here, fighting, little flattish here at the moment. Russell 2000, we're seeing smaller caps here, waking up and smelling the coffee. Great move there on the Russell 2000. Sundial, we're seeing sundial growers, big move here. It's up today 12 cents, 13%, and maybe there's some hope for this stock here. BlackBerry also looking pretty good. Skills pretty flat here. Romeo Power flat. Schlumberger here at 33, nice little pop. XL Fleet also waking up here. XL Fleet making moves. Gevo, let's take a look at Gevo. One that you called out yesterday, and we saw a nice little pop here. Gevo looking pretty decent. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Nice call there, selling yesterday on this big move here. And Gevo looking very bullish. Nice volume, sustaining a bullish uptrend. And Gevo looking very healthy right now. It's up to you. I normally, when I buy the options, I write it on until it hits my price target or they go to zero. I rarely close them for a loss. I either like lose it all or close it for a profit. I rarely do like in between. Sometimes even if I want that buying power, I'll close it with like a $1 profit or $5 profit, but I don't want to lose. I want to give it that opportunity. Wish has a lot of potential, and there's a lot of momentum behind it. So I don't know your account size, and I'm not exactly sure how you're positioned. But let's just say I had that option. It expires on Friday. I'll just leave it open, especially because there's a lot of momentum. You have potential to break even, but if you want to use that money for something else, then if you have a play that you want to take with that money, then yeah, close it. My price target for Wish, realistically, between 25 and 30. And if the momentum gets behind it, sky's the limit. Realistically, I think we hit 25 to 30 within the next 2 months. It could happen a lot sooner. It could happen next week. But that's kind of like the time period and the kind of mindset I give myself to just be safe, on the safer side. It could easily hit over 20 in a week or two. If the momentum comes in here, it could definitely like get swept up. It's a very high momentum stock, and we have here GSAT. Nice call out here. GSAT, big volume the past 2 days. Today seeing a nice follow through. It's at 193. It's wireless telecommunications play here. It's a market cap of 2.7 billion, so fairly decent sized company. It's not a small company, but it's not a huge company either here. So nice play here, nice find. I do like this one. GSAT looking good. All right, Con. Sounds good. I'll see you later. Have a nice walk there. GSAT looking very nice here at these levels. Tesla now trending here. Tesla trending pretty big here. Nano Dimensions trending as well. Let's take a look at Nano Dimensions. Nano Dimensions here, 868. Nice big 7.56% move here. It's up 61 cents. And it looks like the tide is turning here. And we obviously had a bearish sell-off here in a lot of SPACs and smaller cap stocks. And it was a bloodbath for like the past 3 months. And it looks like we're seeing a shift in momentum right now. Nano Dimensions looking pretty decent here. Wish here, we see some resistance at the $450 mark and the $15 mark. Here, Wish getting stuck around $14. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla trending right now, and for good reason. Wow, Tesla up $31, 5%. It's super bullish. We're seeing super call activity here on the option side. Wow, Tesla here ramping up, going towards $700. We're $50 away. Super strong right now, and now I know why it's trending. Workhorse. Let's take a look at Workhorse. Nice little pop. We have a bullish day today. We have a bullish day. We're seeing, some of our favorite stocks out there with some nice upticks. Vuzi here. This is one that I talked about yesterday. It was trading around $15.50 when I was talking about it. $16. It's up $1.30. Vuzi here waking up. So we're seeing the money coming here to stocks once again. 654 Tesla, super strong right now. Nice volume on Tesla, super steady buy side. We have a pretty even sell side here. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here. We have some resistance at 700. We have some resistance at 750. And Tesla going to the moon here. No stopping Tesla. I missed that trade. That would have been a good trade. FRX here getting some uptick too. FRX. This is Beachbody. This is a SPAC merging with Beachbody, currently trading at 1027. Let's take a look at CDEV. CDEV, one that was on fire. Now slightly cooling off here. CDEV. Arkimoto up. Arkimoto up 12%, $1.75. I saw someone cover this on YouTube recently, so possibly creating some momentum there. Alf here. Alf, no more action. Momentum is dying out here for Alf. Currently trading 1177. Torchlight, completely the play is dead here. 519. We might see a $2 to $3 move. Dead cat bounce between tomorrow and the following day, but overall the momentum has died out here for Torchlight. Alf also giving up some gains here. As long as we see it hold up above $9, it still has some potential here, but not looking too good. It looks like the money's rotating into some of these other names. Let's take a look at Lemonade here. Lemonade is a good play. I've been calling it out for the past week or so. We've been seeing options activity on Lemonade. I would wait for a pullback. I do like it. It had a nice rally. It took a breather here, and it looks like it's going to go up for a second leg. I would just give it some time to wait for a pullback. AMC here fighting, trying to break the $60 mark. It did earlier today, but now it's cooling off here. Let's take a look at Bio. So here, Biorad. Oh, Neo. I'm pulling up Bio. I'm like, this is very low volume. What's up with this one? And it's expensive. Neo. Let's take a look at Neo. Neo super bullish here. We saw Neo and Xpeng seeing the best of the action on the EVs, and Neo here coming back up to $46. Let's take a closer look and see what level 2 tells us here. Very healthy volume on Neo today. Buy and sell side looks pretty even, and we see resistance here at the $48 level, which is above 46, which is good. We're only about 20 cents now, 10 cents away from 46. So we're going to break that resistance level of 46, which is positive for Neo. Good, healthy volume. It looks like Neo's going to have a nice day today if we see this volume follow through throughout the whole day, which looks very likely. So we're about to break the $46 mark, and that's what we want for Neo. We wanted to close above 46, and we want to see a follow through. Today, nice volume, big volume for Neo. Last 5 minutes, it traded 424,000 shares. At the open, it traded a high of almost 1 million, which is pretty good for Neo. MGM, yeah, that's one that I believe is Amazon is working with, right? MGM here waking up, going towards new all-time highs. It's at 43.10. All-time highs here around 44.50. So we're about $1.50 away from all-time highs. Nice recovery here. Nice bounce. Nice rally here in the past 3 days. So I'm going to have the NASDAQ here in the bottom. So I have the NASDAQ here, dailies, and then I'll have whatever we're looking at up here. Hell, your dad had you get in MGM. MGM is great. It just already had a crazy rally, but it's still positive. I mean, there's no telling where it goes. I had a great move since the pandemic lows. So we take a look here. Pandemic lows trading under $7. Trading between 5 and 750, and now it's at 43. So almost a 10x move there. Yeah, this is one that was definitely a good play to average into over time. But nevertheless, it's still good, strong company. So we have Hall of Fame here, Resorts, HOFV. It's pretty much flat here at these levels. Lululemon getting some nice uptick here. Lululemon rallying, ramping up, trying to go to all-time highs. We're seeing Palantir. Palantir, we're seeing some bull flow there on Palantir. Let's take a look there if we're seeing some price action. Palantir up 26.17, and Palantir getting some nice action there on the call side options. Yeah, Lulu, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a good buy there. Lulu looking good. Definitely need to wait for a pullback. Sundial growers here breaking the $1 mark. Nice bullish green candle there for the day. Just checking out some of my positions. Twitter here also having a nice little pop here. Twitter here up 2.13%. Currently trading at $65. Recent 52-week high is around $80. So Twitter potential here. We're seeing some options bull flow last week, and now we see why. EV stole the volume. Upwork here. Nice big bullish candle yesterday. Big volume coming in. We have to see if it follows through today. Right now, selling, we have almost 4,000 advancers compared to 2,500 decliners. So definitely skewing more towards the bullish side. I'll put it up right now. This I don't think this is necessarily the Nasdaq. I think this is the overall market. I'm not sure if it's the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange. Here, let me pull that up. So this is what this looks like, the advancers and decliners. Um, this is net inflow, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange. So we're seeing tech with a nice rally. And this is, I believe, the overall market. We have almost 4,000 advancers. We have this bit of neutral, no exact, oh, here, 827 on neutral. And we have 2,300 decliners. So that's what that looks like right now. BEKE, let's take a look. KE Holdings here, BEKE. So now we're seeing a pullback. So we had a big, pretty bullish open here, and now stocks are taking a breather. So we're seeing here at the bottom the Nasdaq futures pulling back now. We're having a doji candle, big wick at the top, big wick at the bottom, and it's struggling here at the moment. And we're seeing here tech pulling back now. So we're seeing some of the trending stocks, everything pulling back now. Westwater Resources here still trending. I put that one up yesterday. Still holding up pretty good at $5. BBIG, this one that was shouted out yesterday during the live stream. Here getting close to $5. Let's see if we get a squeeze. Still holding around above 450, which is bullish. Orpheum here once again, here trending. Orpheum up 40% today, $2.34 move here. Big move, Orf making move today. Vivo Power here giving up some gains now at 745. MP Materials here. MP it's up 3.72% and also pulling back, cooling off. So we're seeing the stocks pulling back right now. So the morning rally is over for now and things are cooling off. Here, NEO holding steady though. We have a pullback on NEO, but volume is strong. So NEO looks like a pretty good ticker for the day. It's still holding up here pretty well. AMC is slightly up currently. Short interest has also risen up 0.41% today. Estimated short interest is currently 13.77% of free float. So AMC continues to rise slowly on the short interest. They're not covering yet. You got it, Ash. Have a good one. Catch you guys tomorrow. We're giving up those gains. Market pulling back here. ENTX you're holding at $7. Let's take a look here. Yeah, volume. Let's see here on the dailies. It just seems like momentum is dying out. Volume is still kind of there on some of these names. We're just having a pullback here. I still see volume here. Which still has decent volume. Let's see here. Neo. Neo has decent volume. Neo's staying firm. Neo's looking strong for today. We have steady here, steady volume. We're just having a sell-off. Let's take a look at ALF here. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. We're seeing here volume slightly dying off, but still sustaining. Currently 1176. We have here the bid and the ask. We're selling. We're seeing the sell side here. Potential for it to slowly climb back up here. It looks like it found the floor at these levels. We're gonna have to give it some time and see. Let's take a look at Occidental Petroleum. It seems to be doing well. Here, popping up at 31.30. It looks like it wants to go back to all-time highs in recent 52-week highs. Occidental, this is an oil play here. So we're seeing here off coming back up. And it seems like it found a floor here. We'll have to give it some time. I just got an alert. Then you were talking about Upwork. Upwork got some bullish activity here on the call options towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think the oil prices right now around here are around 4 something. I don't think it's hit 5 yet, but yeah, it's around $4. Yeah, Upwork right now just got an alert. Upwork seeing some bullish activity on the call side options. They're a little bit longer dated, but nice action. I'll be right back. Just 1 second, guys. Airbnb, yeah, that's one that I wanted to get into, and I didn't. It ran away from me. I don't know where it's at right now. Oh, it's actually not bad at right now. I must have seen it somewhere around here when I want to get into it, but it's been consolidating at these levels because it was definitely melting away. And then I saw this little run up here, and I saw it around here. It must have been one of these 2 or 3 days here. And I'm like, oh, it's gone, forget it. But actually, it consolidated and it's staying here. That's pretty good. These are just a little expensive. Let me take a look at them. Not bad, not bad pricing. Decent implied volatility. Yeah, those were two recent IPOs, Dash and Airbnb. Um, I personally like Airbnb more. Dash is still good. Just based on, DoorDash obviously is one that benefited from the pandemic and delivery service, and Airbnb is more like a reopening trade. Now that everything's back to normal or to some degree of normality, so I think we're gonna see Airbnb do a lot better than DoorDash in the next coming years. So I would be more bullish. Not to say that DoorDash can't outperform Airbnb, but I like Airbnb better. Oh, my friend did a rocket play too. I'm sure you killed it. You must have done well. That thing was a monster when it IPO'd. It had ramped up and then pulled back and then ramped up a second time. This big ramp up was $34. Second one went to like 44. I mean, this play is practically over, but this was one that I was trading, and I was gonna buy this dip. This is ticker symbol ASAN. I had traded it somewhere back here. I think it was over here when it barely IPO'd. I remember buying around 20, and had sold it somewhere around 30. It was a nice trade. I had bought the options, and then I kind of let it go, and it just recently made a freaking run from 26 to 58. So we're talking about 100% return here. Asana, crazy parabolic move here. But this trade is practically over in my book. Yeah, definitely a rocket ride. Yeah. You do UWMC, one that I recently traded, complete dud. Um, and it didn't work out. Should have stuck to my strategy. I did a very aggressive weeklies on this and it didn't work out. Let's see here. This was just announced. This is a SPAC, ticker symbol NGAB, merging with Embark. Embark Truck is a leading developer of autonomous software technology for the trucking industry. Let's see what's trending here. Orf making moves here. Orf once again making moves back here on one of the top trending stocks here. Orf. Big move here. We're seeing nice volume coming up here on Orf. Nice buy side here. Orf making a nice move for the day, looking extremely bullish. This looks great. So I'm gonna log off here in about 15 minutes, and I'll come back on for power hour. Actually, I might have to call it a day in 15 minutes. I'll try to come back on for the close, but I have some errands that I need to run, so um, I'll try to make it back on time for sure. AMC here, 58.82. I tried to break the $60 mark. It kind of did here, but not pulled back, but holding steady here. We're seeing some insider buying here on DSS, Document Security System, currently trading at 175. We're seeing some activity here. FTCV, this is a SPAC merging with eToro. Seeing some activity here, insider buying. FTCV, eToro, the cryptocurrency exchange here for Europe. Let's take a look here at CCIV. CCIV here at 24.12, holding nicely on my 10 period moving average here around the $23 mark. Looking good. Let's look at level 2 here. Volume fairly decent, but we do see some resistance here at 24.45. And we're seeing here CCIV ramping up, fairly decent volume. We're seeing resistance here at 24.45-ish. Yeah, I think once they do the merger and they start delivering, if they do deliver some vehicles by the end of the year, definitely sky's the limit for this company. Big momentum company. And we're seeing some nice action. We want to see CCIV break the 24.45 range around 24.50, and that will definitely give it room to run up even higher. So that's the target, to be 24.45. PaySafe is good though. PaySafe definitely another $20 price target. Yes, absolutely. This is another good one. Golden Nugget Online currently trading at 13.18. And we're also seeing momentum shifting here. And we're seeing a turn possibly to the bullish side. Yeah, Golden Nugget Online looks pretty good. We're here at the dailies. It's right at my 10-day moving average. Um, you can give yourself, I mean, in the short term, if you want a stop loss of $12, potentially can go back down to $10. But it's holding up pretty nicely here around the $13 mark. So you can give yourself like $1 stop loss if it doesn't hold these prices for a trade. But this is more like a swing trade longer term. We see the momentum, and we see this pattern among a lot of the smaller cap stocks, where we see them for the past 3-4 months. It's been a complete bloodbath, and it looks like things want to stabilize, and we're going to probably see a nice rally by the end of the year. And Neo here holding 45.65. Let's see if CCIV can break that 24.45 mark. CCIV trying to break that mark. We're seeing good volume here. 24.44. CCIV looking like it might run up to 25. And we're here, CCIV trying to break $24.45 mark, and still trying here. How do you read the? Oh, okay, yeah. This is the depth of market here, and basically it tells you the price. You see the bottom here. It gives you the price 24, 25, 26, and you hover over it gives you the price, and you see big volume. So on the right side you see the volume, and the bottom you see the price. So this is a buy side on the green side, and this is the sell side on the red side. So you basically just see where you see a big wall here of support. Like you see a big line here, and we have support here at 24.25. So at 24.25, that's where CCIV is holding. So you basically want, if you're bullish, you want it to break, the sell side's walls here. So we see it pretty strong here. We see the buy side is stronger right now on the shorter time frame, well, on the shorter price targets, and we see here now at that $25 mark a pretty big wall here of volume. We have a sell orders of around 25,000 shares here at the $25 mark. So that's going to be pretty tough to to break through. So that gives you a nice kind of gauge for a day trader. It's very helpful. But you also need to look at the volume here. We're seeing big volume coming in here. In the last 5 minutes, we saw 208,000 shares traded. So that's pretty good for CCIV. The highest of the day was here in the morning, trading 309,000 shares. So right now, it's trying to break free from the $245 mark to $24.50, $24.45. And if we see a breakout there, it can potentially run up to 25. You see, but we have support here at 24.25, and that's what it's holding right now, 24.20. So it's trying to hold 24.20 here. VIX here kind of waking up here, 1640. Financials XLF took a big hit, trying to come back up to some sort of price point. And we're seeing a pullback. We're seeing a pullback across the market. We had a very strong open today, and we're now seeing a pullback. VUSI still looking here very strong, 1732. VUSI looking very nice. That's one ticker that I brought up yesterday. So we still have ORF here trending right now, and it's now pulling back, 791. ENTX holding here, 740. Had some positive news on some clinical trials. So ENTX looking good for the day. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla holding here, 650. We saw a lot of options activity on the call side for Tesla today. So potential play there for a swing and see a follow through, possibly ramping up to 700. PSTH here, another one that's trending. Nano Dimensions, another ticker symbol that's getting some action today. CDEV, let's see how that one was doing. That was all-time highs. Pulling back here, taking a breather. Potential entry there if you're bullish. CDEV. Revlon here had a nice squeeze from $9 all the way to about $17.50, and now it's cooling off. So still trending, but that play looks like it's pretty much over for now. Recaf, another one that just popped up right now that is trending. Currently trading at $10. RECAF, Reconnaissance Energy Africa. So this might not be tradable on some of the exchanges on the brokers. Doesn't seem like it. Forest Road Acquisition, FRX. Seeing some nice action today, but pulling back now, 10.20. I had a nice like 50-cent move here and pulling back. AMTX is another one that's trending at the moment AMTX at 1250 here, and now pulling back down 6.65%. And here CCIV struggling to break 24.45, 24.50. Okay, guys, so I'm going to try to make it back for the close for Power Hour. I'm going to have to take a break here. Thank you guys for joining this morning. We had a very strong open. Things were looking good. We're having a midday pullback right now. It's still looking bullish here. I'm still up already at the open, 4% even with this pullback. So we're going to have to wait and see how things pan out towards the end of the day. I might come back for Power Hour, and we'll take a look at what's trending at that point. Thank you guys for coming in here, joining. Make sure to hit the like button. That helps out the channel, and subscribe buttons. Thank you very much, guys. Good opening, and right now we just have to give the market some time to create some momentum so that we can go higher and have a nice finish here for the day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in a bit.